I hear eyes without a face a lot. Is there something with your eyes? Are you, okay. Is there something distinct about your eyes where people, they could have even altered someone's eyes, and they tried doing surgery, laser surgery on somebody's eyes, or they're trying to somebody either did or they're trying to figure out a way to change now eye color or alter eye color and shit. And I think with the eyes without a face is now that all this stuff is kind of becoming known about filters already put in certain things, camera lenses and stuff too. And the whole point is to get you to feel bad about yourself. Remember, this was at one point the reptilian agenda of weakening or lowering the vibration. That's what you would do. You make people feel insecure, right, unattractive and shit like that, and competitive, like they have to compete. So I've been waiting for a girl like you's coming on. I knew this was gonna happen. Somebody, it's your eyes and your face. Your face, you were a victim of face chop. We'll call it face chop here. Not face tune. But those things where I can actually alter the shape and the size of your nose. I can so what would it be? So what's the word that I'm looking for? Almost barely there, okay? I can give you crow's feet around your eyes. I can even make your eyes droop a little bit. It's enough to look like you aged. There are some people that knew if they showed you this image of the original eyes, then it would have been a no-brainer, or you would have been more skeptical about the results. All right, then. Swimming. Oh, I push pause. That's what I did. I only know it's a matter of time. Crowded, swimming and crowded. Be careful. Watch your child. Your child's running in and out of it's too crowded at the pool to take a 2-year-old swimming. I don't know. Some child's gonna fall in the pool. Did the kid fall in the pool? Can people look in this pool, please? Thank you. Tell me if I'm coming on too strong. Well, now, this is victory and success and foundation and achievements. Now, oh yeah, there's going to be multiple. Yeah, there's a victory and success to me is like trumpet, done, right? This is official, but the foundation and achievements here for me with this rainbow, every time I see this rainbow, I'm telling you, I feel like I've been waiting for a girl like you. Somebody could have finally blown. I'm done being gay. That this is someone that actually was at some point gay, and I'm not sure if it got real heavy or if it was just X. Okay, I've been waiting for someone new. This person had at one point a family. It feels like this feels like, or we were one. They built a home together and everything. If this isn't an actual home, then this is, yeah, a successful gay relation. I can't do it. I'm having a hard time with this. And it could be that about somebody's eyes. There's so much happening with, now that there's attention brought to this how altered our looks are through a lens and a scope. You go get yourself the Polaroid. You get yourself a Polaroid, or get your other cameras out, and we're going to start taking pictures. There are people who are taking pictures with their cameras and pictures with their phones, and I'm not sure what the results are, but I feel like you can tell a difference. And I would also test, if you haven't, whoever you're taking a picture of, take it inside with no head for the scatter frequency. I'm curious if the scatter frequency scatters that. and then go outside with them on. Just curious. That's all. I'm sure a lot of people are. It's deep. They put deep. Is it really deep about this? How deep this shit went? Nobody recognized you. That's how subtle yet overwhelming it was. Heavy hearts and heads. I'm yeah. Can we be friends? I don't even know if you can be friends. This would be great if you could. Yeah, but somebody even said, well, we're not going to be friends even? They can tell that this other person was kind of planning or thinking or daydreaming about leaving for a long time. I think that this guy, there's a guy and a girl in there. I think that this guy was bisexual. That's what I believe. I don't think he was 100% gay. I think that he could have just had somebody. I don't feel sex at all. I don't with this one. But then this story is for others where it was a full-blown relationship and I can't do it. I don't want to. See, somebody asked and said, why? Well, what is, I don't want to invest in this anymore. Did this happen like that? I don't need to have an explanation. I gave myself one. This happened before where I came up with an explanation. I already was okay with why I made a decision. You made me feel like I had to give you an explanation. I come up with some shit that I know isn't true. I don't feel right because I'm one of those people that likes to be honest, even if it's a little rough. And yeah, Boy George is playing, so there's definitely some kind of gay activity here. Hello. So, but and then what happens? What the hell was I getting at? I just don't want to do it. And I don't want to explain. You're gonna have your own idea of why I wanted to. It happens every time. That's one thing I got from this. Thank you. You know. And this person is trying to make light of this because it could have even been 10 years. Somebody could have been just with the same type of people. If this feels, if this isn't a gay, just a solid gay relationship for this long, then it's somebody's been seeing the same people. Like, you don't go outside of your circle. There's just this small circle. Oh. Too touch was the heat, too much. I thought I lost you from the. What happened here? This is a Merit, Taurus, Pisces. Just the music. There's change happened. Well. This person, the one side always has been this way. The one who's like, I just don't know. If I have to think about it like this, then it's a no. Listening to music, and it's reminding this guy of somebody, and I'll bet it's a woman. Okay, yep. Nope. Huh. They're waking up constantly. I can't sleep. Somebody's like, is this God telling me this? Or is this the universe telling me something? They're who were you seeing in your dream? Is this a grandfather or an uncle or a great uncle or something? Oh man, I wish they were still here because whatever this decision is, I don't even feel like the brunt of the stress of the decision is leaving or turning your back. I think it's why you're doing it. What do I do? Because you must have this fear of being by yourself. I need to know that if I'm turning my back on this, that means I want a straight relationship. What if I don't find one? Or what if the person I'm interested in this person could even reside in another part of in the world. I'm noticing this chick in this card and how rough she looks. I'm telling you, I feel like even the men, that's what oh my God, this is it. Ain't nobody. I want you to look at the woman on the card, and she looks rough. Now look at the guy. He looks like a female. He looks like he just got his a facelift. Look at this shit. Huh. So that's what he's saying. The women are starting to look like, it's like the genders are reversing again. I don't know where you're at. But this is something that's actually happening. At first, I was confused because, of finding out about just how many people compromise themselves for something else, which would have been sold their soul for themselves. Now it looks like they're changing right in front of my eyes. Freedom. All right. MF. Is this the Freemasons too? But this is female. I mean, that's clearly female. But I do feel that this is some type of Freemason organ, right? What do we call those? We'll just say groups. Did you meet somebody in Italy? This looks like Paris, Italy, Vienna. They hear a song. It could be Billy Joel. This guy goes out walking at night. I just kind of, just slow, or he takes a bike or something like that. This could even be like, I find myself leaving the house and going to Starbucks and shit to do work. I don't even want to be at home with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Like, I don't even want to be there. I'm so tired of just feeling like I have to commit to this. I don't know when this flipped upside down. I don't even remember. I could have just tapped it and it did it by itself. But nothing works. These remind me now of gears. Right, like gears and all of them going the same way, and how the machine runs. Right? But that's not happening. Not in reverse, it's not. It's like I'm not at a standstill with my life or my career, but I feel like I'm at a standstill spiritually or something. That shit's weighing on me. This is heavy. Enhance. What happened? Is this more work done? Is that what's happening too? There is oh my God, people don't even realize that after you get work done, I guess, something settles. It's like when you build your house and shit, and then the house settles. And things may not be falling into place the way that they were supposed to, and then they go get something else, and something else. It's like, trumpet. Somebody was also, what's this? It's too late, baby. Hold on. Is that what it is? I'm having a hard time. What? This is just, I'm constantly waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think a lot of this is whoever's on the other side is, and this could just be the same thing, this gay relationship where somebody keeps getting fucking work done. Like, I don't know. I just can't fake it. That's what she said. She sure did. I'm afraid that every time you leave the house and you tell me that you're going to go to get a coffee, this motherfucker goes and gets a coffee and comes back with a whole facelift and a face full of stitches and galls. I'm like, what the fuck? No coffee today. Yeah. And I feel like a fool. Right. You tell me you're going to work, you're taking off work. This is all they care about, is enhancing. the addiction to enhancing. Okay, but this is not just with looks. Something inside has died. You can't enhance it. Excuse me. Yep, there we go. For some of these, if this is the gay community, this is transsexuals, and you were the ones that you're still nasty and you're angry and you're bitter, I don't judge you for that. I mean, I don't know what you've been through, right? But this is something where they're saying something inside has died, and it's that thing where you can't fix that. I don't feel like you can fix that unless you have a lot of money, and now somebody will think that that's how I want it. I can feel it. I can pick up on it. Somebody will think that that's how I want it, and now they'll pay for someone to have top-notch surgery to find out what's going on. I'm not like you. See, that's what a lot of people do. They just assume things. I can feel it. It's different. But you assume that people are just like you and that they would handle things the same way. And for many that do this, you wind up attacking or just even not liking or not giving a chance to somebody because you already assumed that they would handle something the way that you were trained to. I see F, and then there's missing one clearly with CK. This is also. I'm having a hard. I'm not gay. I mean, you could say I'm metrosexual. You could say that, right? This is what he's saying. You could say I'm metrosexual. I feel like I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and my life is just slowly, yeah. Like, and there was some type of, I feel like I'm just eking through darkness. Is that what this is with the moon shit? Like, I'm just kind of barely moving through darkness. I don't want to have to work on myself. I don't want a relationship. Oh my God, fucking marriage. Maybe somebody needs to know that there's a person who's celibate. They don't want to get married. Maybe somebody was told, yeah, well, I mean, that's what they said. Yes, somebody would rather not. Okay. I just want, because there have been things where I picked up on before where there were women who were just not sleeping around. We use the term celibacy because that's what everybody knows. But that goes with, it's this kind of taboo. Well, not really taboo, but that word goes with, I'm saving myself from marriage. Fuck no. No, just some of us women, not all of us. I'm not talking about the celibate ones who allow dicks in their asses and they call that celibacy. I mean, for those of us who haven't even kissed a man in years, we respect our bodies that much and who we are. Yeah, not everybody wants to get married. Some of us just want to have fun with the right person with no commitment. Some don't even want commitment. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'll see you next Friday. And if I don't, I don't. See, the problem is when you have guys who say this, they don't always mean it. So there are those that try to talk themselves into thinking that they don't want a commitment with you. And if you are one of these women where you have been just, I'm not saving myself. I do that. I save myself from something every day. I am my own hero for me. I haven't found somebody that I, feel is worthy, or I haven't really been around people. It kind of just happened. I mean, are there other women where this kind of just happened? It wasn't a planned thing. I saw what the world was turning into. I can feel with the moon. You could be a medium, or you're just one of those people where I feel things. And then I also, you could even be like Ralph Smart, hello dear, where I pay attention to what's not being said and shown. Yep. And that's how I piece it together. Hello, beautiful, smart man. Thank you for being who you are. But it's tough, yeah? That's what they could be thinking. Like, what am I going to do? Like, what happens if we don't? But this shit's amazing. You know what I mean? I mean, am I going to come there? Am I going to travel? Somebody's either a little ways away from you. I mean, are we going to, what are we going to do? This is a guy, again, overthinking. I don't feel like the women overthink, these kind of women overthink anymore. There's always the guys that I have on here that overthink shit. It's like you talk yourselves out of it. That's self-sabotage while you're trying to alleviate self-sabotage. Because somebody's like, well, I don't want to sabotage this. Right? That's what she says. All right, that's her. But that's what that's pre-self. It has to be you, Pat. I just wanna. What if I just want that? Well, I don't see any swords here. I don't see, except for here's 9, but that's. I spend more time thinking about this. What's on the floors? Clean up after yourself. You're not this person. Be careful of your hair being out, and fucking Hildegard takes your shit, high love, to do some more black magic. It's actually, at her eyes, it's brown magic. You know, it's not quite that bad, but some people have died because of it, so she can't really say it's white magic. You're just weird all around. Is this the maid? She's still there? No, but I was there to take care of you after your car accident. It was me that did it. Well, I did. I can hear you. Yeah, I don't know why that was just. Well, I guess we'll just see what happens. Hold on a second. So, and that, I mean, are we good? What if I go, what do I call them? I don't know. When did you become like this? Okay. Somebody listen to, no, it's not how it is actually. Girl, I wanna lay you down, right? Jack Johnson, they heard that and they thought of you. What if I want to play around? I don't want to get too much into this. I'm going to pull something else out because I think that someone inquired about this pureness and is interested, and there could be many that were told, and you know what people will do. Since when, listen, the smart guy said this, because now it's so crazy how when people are addicted to editing and then showing you things, but since when do we start, when did all my friends and family, this is what somebody said, where I could barely get you to call me back for important shit, and now I ask you, do you fuck with them? Did you say, let me see a picture? And you show up, you actually drive over here. Since when when I inquire about somebody, do you already have a picture ready-made in your phone? You're like, how weird is this that you have this shit on standby? It's like you have a task, right? Is this your task? Is that what you're experiencing? It feels like this is people's job now. I have to alter, I have to enhance, or I have to take away, right? You can't just attain something, receive it, and then if someone says, let me see it, these are people going like this. Watch this. Bing. Oh, who's that? Hold on. Depending on what they look like. If they look better than them, I gotta pee. I'll be right up. Boom. There I am, a little bit. Are people walking around with styluses now that didn't use them before, so that you can pull the nose out ever so slightly or mess with the lips? Yeah, you can do a lot with a stylus because the finger's too thick, right? Yeah, get off her. The finger's too thick. Please. Okay. There weren't many people. This is what somebody's coming through. Harry Paul's going, there aren't many people like her that really cared about your well-being. She was over there more than your maid told you. And they showed me in my mind that we were, we definitely got along well. Thank you, yes. And then this is also going, tell me what this is. I'm going back and forth. Going back and forth with moving. Is this someone, you're still in this, right? You must still be in this. I don't know what this is. I can't explain it. It's not a gay relationship. You must be handsome, and I think you have handsome friends. So we don't, and I don't feel like you guys are gay, but I feel like you all could be experiencing the same thing when it comes to women. And I feel a nicer part of the world where these women are supposed to be drop dead gorgeous, and some of the ones that are taken. You know what I mean? Or they're lesbians because you fucked them up. Remove. Is somebody coming out with software to remove all filters and go back to the original photo? This is, hey, listen, I'm still waiting. Like, do me a favor, Trump. I want to see, show me what you got, because somebody put a collage together or some type of shortened version of something that has to do with eyes without a face. I didn't know that you could alter. You can change the color of one's eyes on some of these filter apps. You can change the shape of them. You don't even need this expensive software. Some of these people, you have become professional at doing this. And then there's, well, I took a picture of me and somebody happens to walk over and say, oh, what you doing? Yeah, I go into the bathroom now to enhance it ever so slightly. See, we all enhance things a little bit. It's when you look completely different than you do in your picture. What do you guys do when you're dating and you're on dating apps, or you're prostitutes, or you're on these sites? Aren't you concerned that when they show up? A lot of black light dating nights, huh? Candles. I'll bet you there's a lot of prostitutes investing in candles. I would get the battery operated ones, probably use them for multiple things, and get yourself a battery charger. I can tell that some of you, and I'm not judging or being mean, I'm saying I'm trying to help, but just for little things. I mean, things happen and shit is what it is. You have to work still and you have a job to do. I get it. This bad luck is staring me in the face here too. Is that what somebody said? I feel like I run into bad. This is it. Like bad luck and karma just slapping me in the face, staring me down. But this is with partners. Maybe I just didn't flip out enough because I don't have a dick card out here. Somebody's having a hard time waiting, which would be Nancy too. Like, I'm tired of waiting. And this could have been with watching that. And they did this. Oh my God. Somebody's such a jerk off. I love you. I said, you're like the true narcissist that I love. There aren't many people that can deal with you. I am the same. I'm just a little less cocky and arrogant as you. But... so what did you do? Did they come over and you have a means to remove them? There could have already been something that people didn't even realize, or something that was already in place, and all we had to do was add some things to remove. And there's the river in reverse, which I feel like it's all kinds of where you can go in and undo. But once you save the picture and you send that picture as a finished product, they can't remove it. This is so big. Is that what they're saying? This is such a big deal. This thing with the editing and this thing with... Did somebody find out? Is it factual? Is it factual? I can't stand that fucking word. Is it for sure that did somebody... Is it iOS? It could be both, right? It's with the system, the UI, isn't it? On the Android. they may, I want to give the benefit of the doubt here and say that they may not have realized that when they upgrade these cameras and these lenses, there could be something in this glass that's coming, that's distorting. And then you have this other shit that's in. Are there people recording with thermal cameras? Are you able to see the environment moving and shifting? Is it crazy? Yeah, it's like water flow. That's what this is, water bottles and water. That's a kind of what it looks like, waves. And then the temperance is balance, but balancing them out. How do we do that? Did you try 0 hertz? Are you trying frequencies to see which ones will 0 hertz or some low, real low hertz? And what happened, I heard someone telepathically, was there somebody named Chris, thank you, when I was at that hotel. It was so bad what they had on me. And it was so bad that somebody that actually is involved with some dark shit felt sorry, felt compassion for me, because I don't think they knew who I really was and just how bad it was. But I heard put the low frequency on, super low frequency. I put it on, and that's what it is. I'm guessing low frequency would be low hertz, and it helped a lot. I mean, when they weren't putting for something that would have been natural, or something coming from even possibly the sun and the moon, but not forced by laser beam or satellite. And I'm just saying that if it was, that seemed to have worked. The low frequency. If you could find a way to have low, super low frequency playing. I know that while you already have these satellites in space, we'll say, there should be no problem hooking up some sort of some way of emitting, right? If you can emit laser and intense heat radiation, X-ray style, I guess then this would be possible too. So here we had, oh good, and someone's going to find out maybe through this message that they don't want to, so they don't want to get married. Oh man, okay. And now what? I find out that this is wisdom. Oh, okay. So guess what I learned today? Vampire. Narcissist. That's my fucking narcissist card. Yep. I'm freaking multi-talented. This is my Jackie and Jack, or Jack of all trades. That's what this is. Like I this person constantly likes to keep moving and challenging themselves. Yeah, I got you. But it doesn't mean I'm not up for commitment. I'm just not sure that I'm right. A student and God. You learn something new every day. And it's weird for some of these guys and even some of these women. That's not really with the women. I guess breaking a hymen with a dildo. I guess you could say, fine, I took your virginity. So it could be just the same thing where this is. I like it. I just wasn't expecting for so many people not to want to be married, but to preserve themselves. Right. Not doing it for marriage. This must be more common now than I think. I mean, can you imagine sleeping with a god? God? Could you imagine? This fell right under the Taurus on here. See, we think of this God, every time we hear this God, we think of this benevolent, angelic creature being in the sky, or Jesus, and he's a humanitarian. But I think, let me pull on this God thing. I'm learning a lot about this thing, this creator. Yeah, this could just be, look at this. This is head tripper. You're a royal. That's what they put. Royal wedding. There was a royal wedding in 1989. She didn't want to be married to that person. They showed in her mind, buddy, can I, man? Yeah, yo, they showed, your boy Jasper's got it, where she jumped off a cliff, right? Didn't she jump off a cliff? I can't stand the hair on this shirt. I can't stand it. they showed her jumping off a cliff or something, right? We're not all knowing over here. We would be the creator, you idiots. I can feel people going, how do you see everything from that side and you don't know? It's uncanny, and it's unfair for a lot that they didn't get the opportunities others got to learn their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. But they did. They showed her, I think it was a Pete Carson or a Pat Carson. She didn't want to marry him. He had on the plaid shirt with the burgundy pants. That was him. She cried, like she kept screaming for Patrick. She said, "Where's Patrick? Where's Patrick?" And it was like she was shunned. This was a royal wedding, and I'm guessing that this guy could be another ethnicity, and it could be something like that where we're not going to let you marry this guy. And they showed that she tried jumping off, or that she ran out. Is that what it was? She ran. She was a runaway bride. Yeah, look, there she goes running. Yep. You two could have known each other since you were children, or you did. I think the two of you also are interested in helping kids, which this would be investing in children, which could be adoption, orphanage. I think if you don't already do this together or separate, then this is something you're both interested in, and that's a rarity now to find people that don't want to make money off of them or hurt them in some way. So that, I think the two of you could just be kind of disappointed. You could have both left situations quickly because you found out how many people were getting involved with this. Yeah. And the two, you could have, I can't go through your problems with you. That's what this feels like. So if we're back on this marriage thing again, or this gay thing again, it could be that too, where I don't know, man. I don't want to get into it, and I don't want to, if this is a roommate, this could even be a roommate or somebody where I can't have you live in here because I can tell that you're going through something. I'm not sure what. And listen, what I'm finding out, and please don't ask me where, but that a lot of transsexual or gay, and that, or even people that I know connected to this could even be friends of yours that are involved with certain groups, Freemasons, Coulters, right, Hedgeleys, stuff like that. That they did some things with kids, man. It could be just real. It's real overwhelming. I'm so disappointed. There are men and women that are sobbing. I just feel I don't know what to say. These aren't the people. I feel more emotion coming from the people that are finding out than the people who actually did it. I don't feel a lot of conviction. I really don't. I feel like, okay, I got upset, but then you see when you're on the side of, I had to do that for this, or I had to do that so I didn't lose this. These people all band together and make themselves feel like it's warranted that they did that shit, It's a lonely world. It feels like this is like, I'm just kind of like, how many people didn't? And you can tell by what they're going through. I don't even have to ask you. You're uncomfortable around me. You could be the kind of person that talks about, I can't believe all the kids that went missing. And you can tell that certain people feel uncomfortable when you talk about this shit. Like, I can't even bring up anything about children or even my own childhood. Do you feel like every time there's even, it could even be some other things like pedos and stuff that you're real, like, how come every time we're watching TV, don't take that personally though. Don't take that where, is that you I'm feeling? There could be some people who think that oh my God, because I do, it happens to me too, but they can, from satellite, they can actually, and this isn't all the time, but sometimes it's just an instinct and you feel that. It doesn't mean you're excited over a child, okay? There were people around me at the hotel that used to have these frequency machines. They used to push buttons. Remember I told you that they push buttons to invoke fear and anxiety? This were some gang members. Well, some other people or the same people did the same thing where they would, a magnet, okay, they could have been doing this through magnet, touching your thing whenever you looked at a child. See, they were in the rooms around me, and then it's like they watched and paid attention to everything that Brian and I watched on television. And when there was a child, I'm telling you, this is how sick it was. They and they watched through these things, right? They would time it personally, where, here, hit it now, and it would make it seem like I was attracted to a child. You're just a whole different level of sick. So if they could be doing this to other people, if you, I don't like kids, just ignore it. And instead, use that and imagine all the coin and shit falling on you. Use it to your advantage. These are master transmuters. And that would be negative energy, right? And you turn it into something great. Kayden, Kaydea. And it's like, yo, she's even more amazing in person, man. I know the way that she looks at shit. She doesn't judge. She helps everybody. She doesn't like people who mess with children, but she understands that most of them had something bad happen in their childhood, whether they remember these things or not. And yeah, she's just great. You guys are going to have a great time. Okay. Thank you, Kayden. Justice. Okay. Somebody may be angry. All right, there's two sides. There's somebody that I don't want to get married, but, and this is a man, when we said about the woman, I don't want to get married, but oh my God, I would love to. Yeah, and then there's somebody else where they may have to be with you. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, you get those. Yeah, it's a little bit different with this one. I'm disappointed to find out that you don't want to get married. Am I going to be able to share this person? You could have walked away from some. This is also, I left this. You could have found out somebody did get involved with this, and you left them. You walked away from them. And I feel like when you did, this is marrying multiple people. This could have been a polygamous thing here with the Justice and the Ten of Cups, or you could have married some people for citizenship too. But this is also just a commitment with many. How's that? Beelzebub. Olympics. The Sex Olympics? Did we do shit like this? Beelzebub. Second to Satan. Even Jesus was accused of being possessed by the demon because of Jesus' ability to cast them out. Right, we did this. I did this. Beware of the line between curiosity and nosiness. We did everything freely. We spoke freely. We had. Was this some kind of? I keep saying we. That's so weird. I just picked up on that. Like, I'm saying we, but this feels like some type of environment where this is one of those places. You see those videos on YouTube where they're like, "There's no laws here," but it feels real sexual. Hedonism, something like that. Yeah, but respected though. Like, this isn't you just show up and visit here. And we just also no, it's not like that. This feels like a specific group sleeps together and they know each other. If that is what this is. Oh my God. Yeah, that's truth. Okay. Yep. Available until no longer available. And no desire to get married. It's supposed to be breaking that shit so that when we go, we can that could be a cord that keeps your etheric body. How about this? When we talk about teleporting, transporting, I don't know how this shit works, man. Your whole body winds up there, yeah? But it could also be that in order for you to pass away, you can't have that cord connected to anyone here. It could literally be the thing that keeps you from your soul from leaving your body. Yeah, I just don't feel like the marriage, you do, but that's my own opinion, do your vows, have ceremonies and stuff, but if that is for you, it's not for everybody. Some people need to be with multiple, and that's their decision. What a big weight taken off my shoulders. I'm feeling weight taken off. They don't want to get married. This is amazing. I'm done. I'm in then. But they don't want to be married, and this person is not. So we don't know what's up with this, right? It could be just a few women and a bunch of men. I feel like you're all good looking too. Blind. Wait, is this somebody that you were with, that you were blind? I did pick up that there are people that had laser eye surgery. You don't remember, your memory was wiped, and you could have had bad vision, and whoever that you left or walked away from could have been like, damn man, now my vision, I married you? Really? Some sick shit that they do when they knock you out with chloroform or something that takes your consciousness immediately. And then what do they do with you? They either put probes on your head and remember that don't worry darling, they don't worry darling, yeah. Or they set you up to take a murder. Can you imagine waking up in the middle of a crime scene? But if your memory is real strong like mine, like this is a gift and it protects you, I think that they can't do that to you. You'll go, wasn't I just at Baskin Robbins 7 hours and 43 minutes ago and 13 seconds? You know, you're just that motherfucker. But yeah, I wonder if that happened. I'm guessing it did. Here I am. Yeah, it's movie night. Yeah, by myself. And then what happens? Somebody knocks on the door, acts like they're lost. Is this yours? I found a wallet here. Guy opens up. Boom, there it is. Another guy comes from around the corner with chloroform on a rag. You wake up. Triple homicide scene. They just dropped the body, just plop. We just need them gone. And I don't feel like doing all the paperwork with the arrest and everything. You know what I mean? Hannah. Hannah. They just said they never put that name on there, though. There they go. Who is she? To the universe. I am. And that's always the name, even when I saw the two kids fucking wearing leaves and shit. Hannah and Patrick, the first two, pew pew. Well, it's pew and split in two. Yes, it is, and that's what they showed in my mind. Please don't lie. That's probably edited too. They showed of the Big Bang, and a collision, and then two. Is it atoms? Maybe atoms, nuclei, all kinds of shit flying through the universe, picking up things, creating DNA, right? Creating a soul. Boom. Now, yeah, and then when it hit, they split. And it could be that many of these happened, and these would be the soulmates, these would be the twins, but that doesn't mean that you have to be with this person. That could just be an earthly thing. Like, okay, so the soul split. See ya. Who said we have to find each other? This is just some shit that people talk about because they're going through some phase. It's usually this awakening, right? I went through the awakening. What is it now? I gotta watch videos. They're telling me I gotta eat different. I gotta get rid of my family. I gotta move out of my apartment in New York and move into the woods in a shed, okay? Did somebody say, I don't mean to boast? What is this? I don't mean to boast, but, or you could boast if you want to when it comes to sex. But you don't. I feel real private, but I know what I'm doing, and real, wow, did you grow back a hymen? Is that possible to grow your hymen back? Could you imagine having a 40 or 50-year-old actual, well, virgin, but not a virgin, like they never have done that, like the 40-year-old virgin where I never did it and I don't have any experience, but actually having, whether a male or female, of 40, 50, maybe even late, but they look really good, and they're just not having sex. But I know what, believe me, the dark person like that, I'm telling you, because some of you guys, you smell, right, natural. You guys have the smell too. It smells more like baby with you guys because there's nothing inside, right? When women are pure like that and they open their, like, you smell, it smells like a child, right? I know I'm saying right. I don't really give a fuck. Somebody else does. But the men, for you men, and I don't know how I know. This is crazy, but I do. Are there any other women feeling this? I know what you mean. Oh my God. It smells like baby. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Look at this. If this is for you, look, whether it's this person that's leaving this gay thing or they're just not gay, there's something here where I'm on Homo Island. You know? I need to go home. I don't know where Homo Island is, and I know somebody wound up there, and I think that there's some gay cult members there, and it's like, every day there's another cat that moves in here. I see what's happening. It feels like Epstein's Island somewhere else, though, and it could even be another ship, that somebody was put on some other ship. For the people who know, that's like, I get it. There are ships. Yes, there are. Just putting this motherfucker into another galaxy. Somebody could have, I got on the wrong ship, I did, and he wants to get off. You're not even on the same plane that I'm on. That's what they're not telling you. You're going to have to ask him how many of him there are and why it's so hard for you to get here. You're on some other, you're on his, and Chet knows. I said that when these things land, well, this is what I believe, but I'm not sure, that something lands in our backyard. And that's Homestead on, I think we made, and I'm not sure if this was us that did it or somebody did it, but this is the address for, I'm not sure if it's New Zealand, but Homestead is the one that somebody's looking for. That could be yours too. It's weird. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll get the information once I said the name. This is, you did this to each other. Like, I'm drawing you in. Yep. And I don't know, it could have been some weird thing where, yeah, somebody could have thought that something was going to be better somewhere else. I'm not saying this is you, but there's something here where, oh man, I thought something, because for someone here, I do feel like you knew this person and they either started hanging out with gay men or they got into a relationship and that did something to you. It bothers me that I'm a woman and my ex is gay. It's even worse is when you're a woman and 3 of your exes are gay. I have to assume that you are the problem at that point. Even, it doesn't have to be sexually, but just that you're a nag or something. But I've exhausted all my options. This isn't even the card, but that's the first thing I thought is, oh my God, what is this? Right? This is the Star, the Empress, and the Magician. This shit is like, she can do magic. In the bedroom, though, this is overwhelming. And it could be like this with the Five of Pentacles. Are there any... Am I the only one? Am I by myself with this shit? Like, I never felt so abandoned now that I'm pure, which may be telling you, too, how many motherfuckers just are not. You may die this way. Yeah, look at how you're this is attracting nastiness. Because I think that people thought that you weren't having sex or that you didn't have somebody in your life because, and this goes back to this eyes thing with these editing, and I think there is, of course, there were some women who thought that you weren't having sex because nobody wanted to go near you, and then they see you as this beautiful, friggin' naturally pretty woman, and I did this because I respect myself, and then another one has fucking ooze coming out of her snot, she's out of her nose, her fucking eyes are oozing. I don't even want to know what's going on there. I can't imagine it's any better than upstairs, yeah? But this is, and so the women are angry to find out that this too, and so are the men. So are some men. So what, did you do this so that I would propose to this one? There's a man who took his ring back. He was angry. He's that angry. Did you set it up for me to propose to this one? So you altered this shit with the magician and shit like that so that people would just walk away. This is this beautiful woman with the star and the empress. This is, I mean, I don't know what more you could possibly want. And then the magician is all this and shit. So that everybody would just leave this person because you're jealous and fucking hateful. Yes, I will flip out letters. This is the overwhelming shit that I feel. And on top of it, now it's, my God, you can't even, did somebody try it? I want you to send them a picture in front of me. And then I'm going to take their phone, and then I'm going to send it to me like I always do. And then I'm going to delete it from their phone and don't send it to them again. Like that, to not be able to edit it do you know how hard it was for them to hold in rage? P-E-E-P. D-S, Ed. But that's, no, never mind. K-E D J-S and S-N. It was P. Now these could be names, man, of people who are pissed off. Ed, Jess. I see Jen too. Ed, Jen. So there could be somebody named Jen where they did this too, or there's a Jen that was behind something too. How long are we doing? An hour. It's been an hour. The bad luck thing, yeah. Do you know how frustrated I feel with what I just thought? It requires a little movement and a little, like, you have to do something. These are for some people where I'm fussy. I'm fussier now than I was before. I didn't realize that I was just kind of accepting and settling for, this isn't even just less than, but this is, I learned how to have sex with the lights completely off. Now I know that there are these weird god goddess people, and now with this shit in the atmosphere and this belief, this here with the star, the empress, and the fucking hierophant and the magician, these are about as top of the line as you get. And it could be that you guys, your looks are changing now because we have this belief, and there's something about the gods, the genes of the DNA of gods, that your belief, you are magic on foot. It's just, it comes with who you are. I believe this is your powerful speakers, your passionate speakers. Everything you do 100%, even if it's fuck up. I'm all in. And this is why it's so important for you not to have so many people in your life, because of the things you say, you speak it into existence nonstop. Now we can just say remove, right? Whether out loud or in our mind, and you'll feel yourself lift up. That means something knows, or you're programming your mind to remove whatever word you know you just said that could have cursed you, right? I don't want to put some bad shit on me. Remove. Cool, this is good. Yeah, but they're sending pictures, and they're actually giving me information in advance. This is how crazy this shit is. Like, all they have to do is whisper down the lane, and somebody finds out, yo, man, they found out, like, or they're interested in this. Oh, don't even tell me that this is what people are doing. There's a group of certain people, and we know who they are, right? This is near. This is what they were going to start doing. All right, so this is what we do. You hear this one talk about who they're interested in, and if they're good looking, what we do now is we automatically get the picture and act like we had it in our phone because we know them. That way it doesn't look like we edited it. What is this, please? Phone in jail or prison. Somebody's in jail or prison, and I'm guessing that this person could have left you for reap, could have left you, they put reap, so it's either someone's name is reap or this is reaping and sowing and shit like that. But with the phone in jail and prison, I think that there's also somebody that's locked up, and they could have left you for some kind of gay relationship and shit, and now they find, somebody found out what you really look like and they're locked up. And I heard somebody screaming in a cell a couple of nights ago at the top of their lungs, like, you motherfuckers. And it could be that this group here, these group of guys, they did it for a reason. Either they know something that you don't, or they just didn't give a fuck, or this person was a thorn in the side. For those of you, when I said there's a possibility that you guys had some type of Elysium, a good Elysium. No, when I say like wanderlust type of thing, and you guys were all removed, and it could have been that there were some people in particular that were a problem. Yeah, nuisance is whoa. So I guess that's what this is. Somebody's there, and it could be multiple of them too. There's going to be, hold on, there could be sons. Because this is my thing. I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the place. This woman here, she doesn't age like everybody else. So if this is something where there could be some men that you were with who aged, and this could be like, well, what do you want? What do you want from me? I mean, I don't really care how old she is. She looks like she's 35 or 40. I'm 40. I know I'm your son. I know I'm your nephew. For some of these guys, it's fucking their grandsons are interested in you. Because now people are seeing what you look like without the scope, without the lens, or somebody took all the filters off and actually just came forward and said something like, this is what I got. There's somebody that had a regular camera or something. This feels like an investigator, but somebody who's high up, like Marine, or they had some type of, they figured out, they make things. Or they know people who make things. I need you to make me a camera, and I need it to be this lens, and I need you to somehow get close enough to get me a picture. Or they got a special lens put on and tested this shit too. A special lens put on a camera, or they already had, they dug out a camera from a grandfather or some attic or box, and it took different pictures, and somebody got a picture without all of this hoopla. Yeah, man, and I feel like it was shared with many. Yeah, the judgment was like, now there's like praise. I feel like people look at you, you have the face, this is an angel. You have a face of an angel. And look at the curtains drooping. I'm telling you, I feel like they had your face drooping. They said that you were a heavy drinker, and that it looked like you were a drinker, looked like you were an addict. Yeah, and there's the Queen of Cups again. You know how they have, and their names could have been like drunk face. You know what I mean? Or somebody is trying to create their app, and they're putting different, or they did this personally in their phone. That's what they did. They named each one the same person, different types of faces. One was addict face, one was drunk face, one was woke up in the morning face. And I feel like you wake up in the fucking morning and your face looks tight and right. Everything else is too. Who wouldn't want to be around this? I never felt and seen so much jealousy in my life. Claudia, thank you. It's ridiculous. And just thank you for understanding. It's dangerous where they're not ballsy enough to kill. You would think if you had this much hate and disdain and envy, this is ire, that you would kill. I know that this one would, if they were that angry, which I don't believe it would be over something like this. But if they were that angry, like what I feel, I believe, knowing who they are, you would just be removed. You would be gone. You're correct. This is different. This is, I'm going to be tough and I'm going to attack you because I know I'm never going to be in your presence. Yeah, they do this by themselves. Some of these people, they go in abandoned houses and stuff with their laptops, and I don't know what they're, just to edit, because some of their family members were like, yeah, well, I don't know what's going on, but this is what's going on with the editing affected some people's lives in huge ways, where it wasn't just about relationships. Oh, and I'm mad that I didn't ask them out now, but in other ways, their whole lives got destroyed because of this editing. So now there are people hiding out. This is, the people where, when those hackers and stuff, where they bring their laptops and their backpacks and they just set up shop everywhere. They're showing me this. Okay, what are we editing today? Like, it's all the ugly jelly belly club. Yeah, we had the meth mouth club, the ugly jelly belly club, and then there was something else. Oh, something could be happening to these places where they're doing this shit. If you knew, hello, Eddie, I love when you come through, but I love you when you buddy ahead. If you knew how many, I'm talking to you, darling, if you knew how many things were set up all over the world of you, all right, there are men that fell to their knees. They can't figure out how did this become this? How did it start? Harriet Carter started it? Yep. I don't know what nationality she is, but it sounds like a black woman, and it sounds like she was pretty jealous. She's something on the ice. Yeah, I'm not sure it's a female, and it's not my place to say anything. Plus, I'm just not in the mood. But yeah, John Thurman. When the world sees how many things were set up to attack her body everywhere, forget the games, but there were actually mannequins, almost life-size mannequins set up with probes on them, and they would zap her with tasers and things that resembled electric chairs and debilitator guns. This is, it'll never just be, oh, that was it. You guys, there are still people that can't figure, this is wrong. And if it doesn't get spoken about, this is how it became acceptable. You know how many people in the world got involved with this? Just holding something on somebody to hurt them, to torture. It's a very strange time. This is the weirdest time in history to date, especially when you know that a lot of the history was false. But this is real time, and this thing will make sure that this story is out if 90% of the planet has to drop. It's part of her and these guys and the brothers, it's part of her and their fate to have this story told, because it wasn't just you, darling, that was going through this. Okay, there were no other women with this particular situation. It was 9 brothers, but they're not hers. But you had some good times and you had some good relationships, and these brothers also aged differently than everybody else. Some of them are on board, not all of them, but I think they were glad to hear that you didn't want to be married, and that maybe you wanted to be with more than one. That changed things. So, all right, I'm leaving again. On that note, I'm leaving too. It's weird for me to do it like this because I feel like I'm having some weird conversation with myself. I forget that I'm uploading and recording. But yeah, final answer. See ya.